Go deep down again. What is the fields we need to know is okay. Do you guys understand about this one? So every cloud provider offer different type of VMs. It's something like memory centric or computing centric hosting. Alright, so we need to define this class as well. So for this demo, I haven't defined it. It's something like maybe we can create a class called VM types. Okay, so maybe we create a class called VM types. Okay, inside here, what we concern about the VM types. It's like you need to generalize the VM across different cloud provider. The first thing is what all the VM have is names. If you familiar with Amazon, we have the T2.micro, something like that. Is it C4X large? You guys know about that? It's like the instant types. Okay. Alright, and then we need to define like this VM type belongs to which provider. Okay, and then we need to define like this VM have how many PE, RAMs, memories, those things. Okay. So I think I will leave it here because it's quite large. So something like this one, this. Alright. So this is the first step that we want to simulate the multi-cloud. We need to define the cloud service provider first. Because we have multi-cloud service provider, right? So in this case, I have defined a class something like this one. After this, we create a main class. Maybe I use back the example here. So we can create something like cloud provider and then cp1, oh sorry. And give it a name, something like Google. Okay. So in this way I can create multiple what else we have? Google, Amazon, and then Microsoft, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So in this way, I can give all the information I want in this class, cloud provider. So to obtain the information I want for each cloud provider, I need to go their website, right? Let's go Amazon and see. Okay, maybe we can try pricing straight away. Okay, let's see. I'm choosing the on-demands. Alright, so this is all the types, and then for these VM types, we have how many virtual CPUs, those things. So I can just input it into the files, and then I read the files, and then I create all the things. Right here, I can inside this one. After I create a providers, right? I can here read a file, something like this one. So I guess in here we have file reader something.
Done.
Is it? And then we put a path, right? What? What's wrong? I need to try and catch it first. Is it new?
Yeah, there's two new.
So maybe we can try something like this one. File media. So strange. Okay. So I can do something like this one. So in this file, I can just put the VM types. And then I go to the website and save all the information I want inside the files called VM types, and then I will look through and then create all the VM types. So like this one, right? So this one you will read, and then you get the character, those things. So in here we can create. So this is just for demo purposes. So here we can create one by one the VM types, alright? By reading the file line by line. So okay. Cool. So and then we can insert, we can have a methods in the cloud provider. We can like add VM types. Okay. You can add VM type list also, and then you put a list of VM types. Something like this, and then you put this one equal to this one. So we will, let's say I'm doing the CP ones, I will do something like this one, and then new VM types. I think I should get. And then add. Okay. Alright, something like this. So this is the simple way to create a cloud provider in terms of multi-cloud. So we can add all the VM available by this cloud provider by go to their website and then see this region offer what kind of VMs, and then we set it all inside a file, and then we import it using the way like this one, and then create all the instances. Alright, get it? So this is what I'm trying to do. when I do the multi-cloud. Another thing is like we have a consumer broker need to communicate between the multiple cloud providers. So any questions, any more information you guys want me to explain on this?
We need global broker.
Sorry?
Global broker.
Yeah, for me it's like a global broker. Broker to communicate between the provider. Yes. Any questions? So, anyone have tried to create cloud provider like Google or Amazon before this? Yeah, how you try to create this thing? Differently.
Yeah.
Is it this one is how do you think about this one?
I haven't defined a class. I
Right.
have created a data center. I used data center class to create the data center for each
But,
cloud service provider.
but from the data center we can differentiate like the VM types and then the providers
I don't
names.
need.
Yeah. And then the regions also we can define, right? It's like
Region?
yeah, regions.
Yeah.
Like this data center is located at which regions in the globe in our in the earth.
I add attribute that called location.
Oh, okay, cool. So that one is something like Ohio or those things, right? The name for the place, right?
Yeah.
Is it?
And
Okay.
also I add
Nice.
we call it altitude and
Oh, the geolocations, the one, the longitude and latitudes.
you can measure the distance between you.
That one is very good for in terms of like the networks. We need to know the how long is it the distance to measure because you have the latitude and longitudes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think it's very good. Cool. Any things? Yeah.
I tried like one time in the first, but after that I use the short way. I make the providers inside the host.
Oh.
Each host implement cloud provider.
Each host implement the. Alright. Okay.
I have three hosts, for example, one host, each host.
So meaning that your host has the names for the providers, right? Is it?
Yes.
Okay. Good. That should be fine also. Yeah, it should work also.
Provided us the dots.
So for the virtual machines, I have extended the class. Do you guys try to extend from the VM right now for your works? Do you guys try to extend from the current VM class?
Just now.
Right, just now, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So for my case, I extended just to add in some attributes that I think is quite important for my case. It's like right now we doesn't have the VM types. Yeah. So for the VM, I need a new field called VM types, and then deploy regions. I need to know that this VM has deployed in which regions, in US or Singapore or what, right? And then locations. I need to know regions and then the locations, and then I need to know like do we know the OS right now for the VM using CloudSim? No, right? Can we define? I don't think so. So I have defined that, just like we define like this VM is running Windows server or like running Linux, CentOS, something like that. And then definitely the price. Currently we don't define the price for the VM. So I have add this all the fields. Yeah, and then I add one more is like the history to store all the tasks that sent to this VM. So I need to keep track of it to measure some things.
Can we run CloudSim without task, without CloudSim?
Yeah, we can. Some of you like using the workflow, it doesn't involve any cloudlets. Yeah.
I mean, for example, in a storage warehouse.
No, like your case, you don't need the cloudlets. You just need to simulate the files and then storage. That's all. Yeah. You are sending the file instead of cloudlets. Cloudlets is just like a computational task that asks the VM to do.
How we can start the simulation and stop without cloudlets?
Can. Actually, you can. You just don't define the cloudlets instead of like sending the cloudlets. Because right now, all the example we have, right now is using two entities, broker, data center. What the broker do when we start the simulation is send all the cloudlets to the data center. But you can modify that. Instead of broker sending the cloudlets, you ask the broker to send a file, not the cloudlets. And then you modify the data center. Instead of receiving the cloudlets, you ask him to receive the file. So you have to define the tag also. Right? So basically the things I have done to the multi-cloud is something like this. I define the cloud providers, I define the VM types, and I go to the website and I grab all the information I have, save it in the local file, text file, and then I just grab by reading the files and then define it. Something like this. And then I extend the VM class to add in the price, regions, locations, so as attributes. So I guess this is all I can share with you all. So other than this, any questions? Alright, cool. Any more?
No, it's better to collect a question for you on another day.
Maybe, yeah. You guys can try to email me. You guys have my email?
Yeah, I have.
We have a WhatsApp group, like,
Yeah, maybe I can send in the groups. Maybe you can search in the WhatsApp group we have right now.
Sometimes we find
You can send in the group, yeah.
an extension to CloudSim.
Oh, extensions. Actually, I'm thinking about it, but I don't think the contribution will be very big.
No.
It's just like a small contribution if you extend something from CloudSim.
Sometimes I found an extension on internet.
Oh,
can
right.
I use this extension?
Can, you should. You should try, actually. If you find some extension in the internet and then you found that it's quite fits your scope, then you just can try. Why not?
but you have to check because it's open source.
Yeah.
So I don't know what.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
usually it's open source because CloudSim is open source.
Yeah, but
So they need to distribute as an open source as well. Like me,
Yeah, sure.
yeah, we can't commercialize CloudSim because we are based on CloudSim. Yeah, that's it. So whenever you see some like in other GitHub, there are other researchers sharing their works, you can just try and look how they use the CloudSims. Yeah. Some researchers I found that using the CloudSim is quite professional. Yeah. Yeah. You can learn from the other researchers how they use the CloudSims. So I think that's it. Any more questions?
Most of, because you mentioned the number of data centers.
Number of data center.
Number of data centers.
Yeah.
Most of them using just one data center.
For one cloud provider, you mean?
Yes.
Depends on their work.
It depends on your work. For me, I like for Google, I have 17 or 18, something like that. Amazon, I have 12. Yeah, for data center across different countries, US, Singapore, and then Indonesia, something like that. Yeah, but my work is not concerning about the latency, so I didn't define the longitude and longitude. If I concern about the network delay, something like that, so I definitely need to add this kind of field. so that I can calculate the latency between this the region's data center. Yeah. So I think last thing that I can share with you all guys is like the performance metrics in the simulations. You guys need to understand what kind of thing you want to measure, right? For your algorithms, is it the time taken or what? So if, like for my case, is I concern about the max span and also the computational time. So, and then right now is I added in one more is resource utilization as well. So it's something like it's already provided by default, so I don't need any more changes in the CloudSim. So for the times, you can use like system dot get the current time in millis or nano times to measure. So when you run your algorithms, you just put you just record the time and then finish, and then you just record the time again, and then you just minus. That's it. So that once, and then
This is the execution time?
yeah, like your algorithm, if your performance matrix is like how fast your algorithm runs or to produce the solutions, you want to measure that part, then you need to put one record time before you run the algorithm, and then after the algorithm you record the time in minutes. After that you minus these 2 times, and then you convert from minutes to second or hours, something like that. So that one will be accurate a bit.
Well, the current time is second, right?
Yeah, but in Java we record in millis. Yeah. If you use the method system.nano time, something like that, you will get a millis time. You will get you will convert the current time to a bunch of digital like millis time. So you can try to do something like this.
Sorry, you mentioned right now about the computation time, right?
Yes.
This one.
Yes.
Okay.
So if you guys plan to measure something like this one, right? So this one, maybe I don't want to clean up. Maybe I do something like start time.
Okay.
Okay, something like this one. Let's say I want to measure this part and this part, how long it takes. So I just do something like this one. End time. And then I end time minus start time, and then I divide it by how many years. To get back the second, you just convert millis second to seconds only. That's all. So this is the way I do to calculate this part. Something like this. If this part is my contributions and I want to measure the performance of it, then I use these methods. Alright.
Okay.
Alright, understand?
Yeah, I get it.
Okay. So other than this, also you can try something like inside the main method, right? This one, you can try to put for loop for the whole things here inside here. You can try something like this one, so that every time, if you, let's say you try to put a for loop and then you loop 10 times or 30 times, after that you can get the times, 30 times, right? You can get the average, means, those things.
Yeah.
It will make it easy. If not, you have to click manually 30 times, runs, and then you write down, runs, write down. This is what I'm doing right now. So I just make it like more repeatable. Yeah. To grab all the performance metrics I want, all the data. Right? You guys understand? Right?
For loop.
Okay.
You make for loop.
Yeah, something like this one. Yeah, you can try something like this one in here, right?
Once
And
you
then you
start
put
with
all the
the-
things inside here. Yeah, you just put all the things inside. Okay. So and then like the performance matrix here, right? Let's say I define one things like So this one is still in milliseconds. It's not in seconds. So okay. After this, I can have a list. Okay, you can do something like this. So you can record down all the times. So let's say I want to run it 30 times. Alright. Okay? So like this, I will record down all the time taken for my algorithms inside this list. And then I can just like add it up after that. After all the things run, and then I get all the times record down, I can put it in table or what.
Or take the average.
You can calculate the average you want, you can implement. Yeah. Just take the times, add all together and then divide it by the size of the list. That's all.
It's similar to make it to, if you want to calculate the make span, it's similar.
Yeah, this is the way I'm doing it, because it saves time. Because for my algorithm, it takes like 2 or 3 hours maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I want to repeat, and then for a day, like 8 hours, like working days, I just can repeat 3 or 4 times, and then I go back home. How is my work? So I make it like this one, so I can leave my works run and run 30 times. After that, I grab the data I want.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and one more thing is that for this one, you can use the system garbage collector .gc.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one is like for the Java, every run it will clear all the garbage things. So I would recommend for every loop you clear it for the next runs. Yeah, that's what I can recommend so far. Anything else? Alright, that's it. Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
I hope you guys know like where and how to implement your works in CloudSim right now. Okay.
الوقت مش سكت بس هنا بالالجوريثم يطلع بالملي bro, the time is second, right? In CloudSim.
Sorry?
The time in CloudSim is second.
Yeah, you can change. You can.
No.
It's seconds.
The time.
I think seconds. Yeah, but our measurement is different from the CloudSim. This one.
Yeah.
So it doesn't affect the CloudSim doing like this one.
So, sir, you are working with very big data or what?
Sorry?
You are working with very big data?
Big data? No.
Why is it take 2 hours?
Large number of tasks?
Because meta heuristic. My work is like I want to. You guys know something like the traveling salesman using problems? Traveling salesman problems?
Yeah, I've heard about it.
It's something like the optimization problems, right? So we have plenty of tasks and we have plenty of resources. I need to find out the best solutions for mapping all the tasks to resources. So instead of trying all the possible
AI.
Huh?
Kind of AI.
Yeah, kind of AI. You need to keep on optimizing it. Yeah. So it will take,
It's like global optimum. Right.
yeah, you need to find a global optimum. That's why if we do it manually, it's time consuming. Every time I come to that, I just can run like four runs on it. And then I record down the 4 times. That's all. And then nighttime I like doing nothing. So I can leave my computer running, stop saving, and then tomorrow come back and just alright.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Can you send out basic classes on the Java you just create?
Okay.
Yeah. If you want, put it on the group or somewhere.
I think you can try to copy it from here, right?
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Which one?
Thank you.
The English